Now, talk about that because you've talked to me about if you were doing. I'll just ask you the question this way because
Okay.
I want you to kind of expand on how chambers of commerce and other places. How do you do that? Mike Khan is going into a new city. Talk about your business strategy to reach and to impact not just the community, but also to build business because that's what we're talking about monetizing.
Yeah.
What's your strategy? Because you've told me it, but I want you to tell our viewers.
Well, it's all centered on what I think is the second most powerful three-letter word in the English language next to God, and it's for, F-O-R.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of times in leadership, we think, we'll ask a question, who are you for? Which sounds right, but
Mm-hmm.
that's all about my intent. And just because I'm for Kimon doesn't mean that Kimon knows that I'm for him. And so, from a business perspective, if what a lot of times what I do is I'll have 10 minutes to talk, like at a lunch and learn for the chamber or our chamber here in Duncan,
But
Oklahoma.
how did you get to the? How do you get to the chamber? Because I think you told me it's like almost
Okay.
like it's a connection. Yeah.
Um, the best way to that I've done it is just to let them know that I'm for them, which sounds kind of, I don't know how that sounds. Like you just walk up to someone and say that I'm for you. Um, yeah, I offer to help in any way that I
Mm-hmm.
can. And there's always, I've had some opportunities just to come answer the phone a few times at our chamber. I don't mean like there's a quota of 2 or 3 times, but anytime I'm trying to get a meeting with someone, I'll schedule the meeting. So with the chamber, with the secretary or the president or whoever I'm going to meet with. And then I'll ask them, hey, what's your favorite daytime drink? And then there's a little chuckle because, well, it depends on what it's 5 o'clock somewhere, and there's always kind of a joker in there. What's your favorite daytime drink? And so they'll tell me, and then I'll say, okay, one more question to the nice person who answers the phone. What's your favorite? Not just the directors, but what's your favorite? And they're like, me? Yeah, yeah. What's your favorite? Oh, well, and they say Diet Coke or whatever it is. Okay, fantastic. And so I show up at the appointed time, and I bring a drink for the person who answered the phone and for the leader. And I just start serving them, and I make it a point because they'll say, "Well, what are we doing? What are you doing here, Mike? What can I do for you?" And I smile and I say, "That's actually the wrong question. The question I'm here is, what can I do for you? How can I help serve you?" And um, they'll say, it takes them off guard sometimes, and I'll say, "My message is simple. I don't want to just see people. I want to help people feel seen and feel valued." And I know a lot of times, especially on social media, a lot of times that the information you get that's tossed in your direction as a chamber, it's not encouraging. It's ways that you left somebody out or you missed the ribbon cutting or whatever, whatever, whatever. And I just want you to know that I'm for you. And they look at me like I'm a Martian. Like, you're for me? Yeah, I'm for you. Um, I believe that's the most powerful three-letter word in the English language, and it's one that most people are forfeiting because it's so much easier to be known by what we're against than to be known by who we're for. And Jeff Henderson wrote a tremendous book called Know What You're For. And he was one of the pastors at the North Point Church
Mm-hmm.
and Gwinnett Church. When they launched the church, a lot of times when there's a new church coming, they'll put future home of whatever the church is going to be called. And what they did is they put a hashtag for Gwinnett. That's it, Gwinnett County. And that's how their launch team launched the church. Months before, weeks before, they bought that billboard that said for Gwinnett. And then a little bit later on, and he goes into great detail. It's an awesome story that I feel like I should have already known, right? Um, but they started wearing shirts that said hashtag for Gwinnett. And when people would say, "What's this hashtag for Gwinnett for?" They had handles because Jeff is a master of the vision carriers have to equip the vision casters equipping the vision carriers, right? Put handles on what we want you to say. And when someone says, well, why would a church do this? Our response is this. Well, we believe the church has been known for too long for what it's against. We want to be known
Mm-hmm.
by who we're for. And when I heard that the first time and I read it in the book that I promptly went out and bought, I thought, yeah, that makes a ton of sense. And I've been in church my entire life. I've been that dude. I've given away big screen TVs for a vacation Bible school event. Like I've done lots of things that are not bad things in and of itself, but it wasn't the main thing. It wasn't the best thing for me. That doesn't mean anybody else shouldn't do it. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying for me, I knew that there was a better way for me to serve them. And what I found in dealing with chambers, dealing with businesses, is whenever you say I'm for you and I'm here to serve, it's like in the church, right? Like sometimes they don't even give you a background check. Like, okay, here, we need you to move these chairs. We need you to do this here. Because nobody gets a good call Friday or Saturday evening or the night before church, whenever, says, hey, it's 5:30 the night before, but I just want to let you know I'm excited to serve with you tomorrow. It's always like, well, sorry, I'm not going to be able to make it, or all these different things.
Yep.
Those are the same things that people experience in the marketplace as well. And so for them to see someone who's like, yeah, I'm for you and I'm here to serve you however I can, like, it's kind of a novel idea. And so from me serving them, what's happened in several chambers is they said, well, we've got this free thing. We'd love for you to come and speak. And then we always talk about 4, like I was just sharing with you.
That's good.